name is Caroline Malcolm from Upcycled.com, and today I am going to show you how to make some upcycled bottle top stands. So take your wire and bend it in half. The wire I'm using is 1mm thick by about 30 centimetres long. You can use, like I am, the flat-nosed pliers just to tighten that in a bit at the top. And then down the bottom, if you fold up about 1 centimetre's worth of wire, just to give yourself a couple of little feet to balance it on. Now it doesn't matter what type of bottle top you use, but just place that in there and then add a little hot glue to secure it. And then what you want to do is add some PVA glue or white craft glue, and then add a little bit of sand. Don't fill it all the way up to the top because you do need to add another layer of glue on the top. And don't overfill it because you don't want to end up with too much glue and you don't want it all coming out over the sides. So what I'm doing here is just moving the bottle top about just to get the glue to distribute evenly over the top of the surface. Don't be afraid to get your finger in there if it needs it. If air bubbles do appear, just mix them in to get rid of them. So this is style number 1, and what you do is bend over the first 2 centimetres of wire at the top, and then flick up about 1 centimetre's worth of wire, and then with the needle nose pliers just pinch the tip together slightly, and what you should end up with is almost like a Daffy Duck head silhouette, kind of curving round. And then split that open, tease it apart, and then just start to push at the wire just to help shape your heart shape. Now this one I always I always glue it into the stand first and then shape it with the other two. I make them first and then glue them in. What I would also recommend is hanging whatever you want to put on the stand on there and then adjust just to make sure that it's positioned correctly and the weight is evenly distributed. Okay, with this one you want to bend the wire in half and then use the flat nose pliers just to twist the wire, and that will give you a lovely twisted wire effect on the stem. Once you've twisted it a little bit, if you just straighten it out slightly and pinch together the ends, you can see I'm using the needle nose pliers there just to tighten that in. And then once you've done that, if you open it out slightly and then bend it gently in half, you can see I'm bending it and then I start to push it forwards with the base of my thumb, and then all I've done there is I've just opened out the two sides, and as you can see it pretty much instantly gives you your heart shape. And then what to do is just use the needle nose pliers to twist up the end so that you've got a little bit of a surface for things to rest on when you put them on the stand. And all I've done here is just started twisting the wire again just to make sure that I'm happy with the length of the twisted decorative part. For this last style, take a small cylindrical object and wrap the wire around it twice. So I'm using a little glitter pot. And once you've wrapped it around twice, you just want to twist the wire gently all the way down to the bottom, just to give you that nice twisted wire stem. If you struggle to do it with your hands, or if you think it'll be easier, you can use a pair of pliers. If you're using flat nose ones, make sure they're blunt, or use some tape just to protect the wire and so that it doesn't get marked. And there you go, simple as that, your basic photo holder ready for gluing into your bottle top. And you could at this point just give it a quick test with a photograph just to make sure that that's gripping it nicely. I ended up taking this one a step further. On the first circle right in the middle, I took the needle nose pliers and just pushed it down in the centre just to form a bit of a V shape. And all I'm doing there is using the needle nose pliers just to bring that up a wee bit and then shape it out into a little heart shape at the front. So when you slot the photograph in, you'll see the little heart at the front and you'll have the circle at the back. So if you want to spray paint, make sure that you do it in a well ventilated area. Keep the nozzle about 8 to 10 centimetres away, and make sure you mask off, tape off any areas that you don't want to get the spray paint on, and just give it plenty of time to dry. To add glitter, just add in a little bit of PVA glue, spread it around with the brush, and then add glitter. Make sure you use a little container as well to catch any excess so that you can reuse it. Well, I hope that you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give it a like, and if you want to see more, then hit the subscribe button.